Hello and welcome to 1417. This is not RGbeast and this is not RGsaurus. You will never know who I am. All you need to know is that RGsaurus asked me to start posting on 1417 here because, well, the last thing that was posted on here was some sort of a monsterverse edit that was about 2-3 years ago. And, he's asked me to move the movie news over here onto this channel. So if you haven't already, subscribe to RGTV Production, subscribe to RGbeast Official, RGgamer Official, and RGsaurus Official, all that good stuff, and subscribe to this channel especially. Give this video a like, and without further ado, let's get right into the film news. So the first thing I would like to talk about is just very brief. We did get kind of an exciting announcement, actually, that Netflix is now making a Gamera series. Now, if you're not familiar with who that is, it's basically another kaiju. It's really like Godzilla. I don't know if it's really a ripoff because he is a giant turtle and he can fly. And his last film was in 2005, so I'm really excited as a kaiju fan myself for this, and this looks like it's going to be anime. I am a bit worried, however, because as we all know with the Godzilla Earth trilogy, it wasn't that good until like the third one when Void Ghidorah showed up. So I'm just a little concerned on that front, but they released this little teaser segment here of some like art with like a little bit of graphics applied, and it really looks exciting to me. I like the whole design of Gamera and his whole green look and his green eyes. And if you'll notice here, this looks a lot like 1998 Godzilla. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, that they're trying to say, oh, this is superior, look how much cooler this looks, or if they're just saying, hey, look at this is cool. I didn't like the 1998 Godzilla. I'm sure nobody did, and they even made fun of it in Final Wars, those of you who do know, which is most of you. They even made fun of it in Final Wars when he literally kicks him into the Sydney Opera House and blows him up. So that was pretty much Toho's view on it. And now they're making Gamera, which I'm really excited for, and I really am excited to see how this turns out. Now, this next one is really exciting because we have got some more Godzilla vs. Kong sequel news, and apparently the title is called Godzilla and Kong, which is, I'm not really sure how to feel about it personally, because you literally just swapped out the verses for like and to show, hey, they're not fighting anymore, stop calling it Godzilla vs. Kong 2, please, because that's what the fans are calling it. It's like, oh, why aren't they fighting again? Well, they're not, because it's called Godzilla and Kong. They could have gone with a better title than just swapping out verses for and. I really don't know, but as RGsaurus talked about in the RGTV video where he gave an update on how he personally would like to see Gigan or Destroyer or someone like that, I personally would also like to see Gigan. I don't think Destroyer would work though, because he's kind of like the final boss of the Monsterverse kind of a thing, and like that's where Godzilla would die maybe, but I don't know, that's just my opinion. We got this because of some leaks by crew members of just some like merchandise, and it's just the title on like hats and shirts and stuff. And they did show another piece of merchandise with them fighting, but I'm pretty sure this is just recycled merchandise from Godzilla vs. Kong with a new title slapped on there. It's a pretty smart marketing strategy, if you ask me, to just re-release stuff and then just slap the new title on it. It's really simple. It really works, I think. Now, probably the most exciting news. The Margot Robbie Pirates of the Caribbean reboot has been, in fact, canceled by Disney. I never thought I would see the day, but things are really looking up because Johnny Depp might return. Even though he said in the whole Amber Heard trial that no, even if they offered me like $700 million or whatever, I wouldn't come back. But like, I think he's kind of reconsidering what he said, because if they make the payday big enough, he's totally gonna come back to it. And what they need to do is bring back Gore Verbinski, because his trilogy is like the only Pirates of the Caribbean there is. I personally ignore On Stranger Tides and Dead Man Tell No Tales because they kind of dropped in quality after. The fourth one is the worst. The fifth one, it was alright, but I mean, it was no Gore Verbinski trilogy. They need to bring him back. Bring back these writers, minus Jay Wolpert, rest in peace, and just get Johnny Depp back, and hell, bring Davy Jones back, because that's my number one wish list, because they teased at the end of Dead Man Tell No Tales, and you're also, if you want to keep that sort of continuity, then you could bring Davy Jones back and have him be the main villain and whatever, but just don't rehash things and like try to go nostalgia and just because we all know Disney's made that mistake before with freaking Star Wars, and it's just not going to look good if they do it again. But thank Christ Kathleen Kennedy is not involved in Pirates of the Caribbean. But as Bob Chapek is still CEO of freaking Disney, and he is laying a bunch of people off, and hopefully he makes the right decision by covering up that he's laying off all of these activists that all care about only politics instead of actually good entertainment. And he gets Johnny Depp back, hires Gore Verbinski back as to direct, and it is amazing. And I just want to point this out because the screenwriter for Birds of Prey was supposed to write this, and I personally didn't really like Birds of Prey. It had its moments, it was alright. I loved Ewan McGregor as Black Mask, but other than that, it was a little bit girl bossy, I'm not gonna lie. They turned Harley Quinn into too much of a girl boss, and like, sure, she had flaws with like the Joker breakup and whatever, but then again, nobody really likes Jared Leto's Joker, so there wasn't really any feeling to that. But then James Gunn came in and like brought her character back with the Suicide Squad, and he is now CEO of DC. I'm not going to delve into that because that's pretty much everybody knows that by now. Finally, this is a very short video, but finally I'm going to talk about Wakanda Forever. Where do I begin with this? Honestly, I'm going to commend Disney here for their great marketing campaign, making this seem like it's a tribute to Chadwick. And the first scene is she's trying to like resynthesize the plan, whatever, and he dies. But you can tell that Shuri was supposed to be T'Challa in this sense, and they just basically just swapped her around with T'Challa because Chadwick died. And I'm really sad. It's a tragedy that he's gone, and this was supposed to be like Namor versus Black Panther. I would have really liked to see this, but it's clear they just swapped Shuri out, and that the big emotional moment was supposed to be when Queen Ramonda died. And it's just kind of robbed of that because Chadwick is dead. And now when Queen Ramonda died, it's like, oh, okay, well then who cares? And Angela Bassett is really the only good performance that I've heard from this. I didn't personally see it because I didn't want to, but she's the only good performance, and I've seen a few scenes, and good lord am I glad I didn't waste money on this, because it is so far the worst Marvel project that has come out since She-Hulk. And that's really saying something. I even thought Thor Love and Thunder, the god-awful monstrosity that it was better than She-Hulk, because at least they didn't ruin Daredevil. Okay, at least they didn't ruin Daredevil. That is all I care about. And Lord almighty, I don't know when Marvel will wake up like Warner Bros. Has and like stop with this. And something interesting to me, I heard this from somewhere, but I don't exactly remember where, but they said that the reason Disney originally bought Marvel and Star Wars was to appeal to the male audience, because Disney was well known for their like Disney princess stuff and like appealing to girls, and they wanted to appeal to more of the male audience. But look what they have done. Basically, Kathleen Kennedy, all she says is, hey, what if this character was a woman? And that's pretty much all she has to do creatively with it. And then she ruins it by injecting a little politics in there as well. And look at what Marvel has done. There's basically a female version of every Avenger, except for like Black Widow. I don't know what they were going with there, but hell, you cannot make me not love Yelena, because she was the best part of Black Widow. She is so hilarious, and I really love her character. And she actually has flaws for once, for God's sakes. She's dealing with the grief of losing her sister, and like, I don't care if you liked Hawkeye or not. I loved her character. I love her character arc. Don't judge me, okay? That's all I ask. Anyway, they were trying to, back on the Disney subject, they were trying to appeal to the male audience of things, and now they've just trying to appeal to like feminism, more girl stuff, and like, you're losing half your audience in that case. And hell, girls don't even like this. A black woman who did not like Wakanda Forever got banned off of TikTok for criticizing the film, and they are trying to play out all these people that actually criticize the film as just racist, and don't even bother looking at Rotten Tomatoes anymore, because they rig the hell out of the audience scores. And a great example of this is actually The Woman King, which is apparently 99% audience score, even though it's, from what I've heard, it's shit from like all these other people and even some critics. And this is rigged, and I don't look at Rotten Tomatoes anymore, and really nobody should, because it's just full of like people who are paid to say, oh yeah, this is the most amazing thing since like last product. But that's just Marvel. Get excited for next product. And the next product after this is, I actually don't even know, I'm gonna have to look it up later, but still, this is the finale of phase 4, and good lord, thank God it's over. That's all I have to say, is thank Christ it's over, because the only good thing to come out of Phase 4. The only thing that I really liked was the top, obviously, Spider-Man No Way Home. An amazing film of an otherwise dud of a phase. I really enjoyed What If. I didn't mind Hawkeye, and that was pretty much it. Everything else is just dog shit. And if they continue down this path, good lord, they are going to have to hit rock bottom before they finally wake up, like Warner Brothers has, and hired new people. But Bob Chapek, as we all know, is a coward, and chances are he's not going to do it for another at least 20 years if he's still frickin' CEO by then. I don't even know, but still, he's a coward. He won't do it himself. They're going to have to, hire new management or whatever to, try and get this done and say, hey, we're done, pandering to your, these freaks on Twitter with this 5% of people. We're just going to try and, financially recover from this and make money as a company. So, God knows when that's going to happen, honestly, but hopefully soon. Hopefully soon is all I say, because I'm really excited for some of these Marvel stuff, but whenever Marvel puts something out now, my excitement dwindles a little bit more every time, and as a longtime Marvel fan, I'm deeply saddened by what they're doing to the MCU, something that was so huge, something that was known for, wow, revolutionizing. They got the Avengers to team up in a film for the first time, and it was oh my god, this is amazing. And then, after Endgame, its ball sort of kind of dropped off. Spider-Man Far From Home, I liked Spider-Man Far From Home. It gets less and less every time I watch it. Same with Infinity War and Endgame. I like them less every time I watch them, but they're still good. That doesn't mean they're bad. Captain Marvel, I believe, was the start of the decline of the MCU. But it did skyrocket with the Endgame after Captain Marvel. I tell you, if Captain Marvel was released now, they would have, dwindling numbers. It was the hype from Infinity War that got Captain Marvel to be viewed more, and the hype for Endgame as well. So that's why Captain Marvel made all that money. The Marvels, it's gonna drop off, just like Wakanda Forever has, just like Doctor Strange 2 has, just like Thor Love and Thunder has. And the only project from Marvel that I'm really looking forward to is Guardians of the Galaxy, because it's James Gunn. I don't know how much they've tampered with from his script or whatever, because Marvel really doesn't like him, and he's now the CEO of DC, so I don't know how much they've tampered with it, but I'm really excited to see what he has. And if Guardians of the Galaxy gets screwed up, then I honestly have no hope for Quantumania. Or no, Quantumania comes first, but I have no hope for the Kang Dynasty or Secret Wars even, because chances are there's going to be one man amongst 20 women, because that's just how Marvel is now, just feminist as hell. You can watch the She-Hulk review that RGsaurus did over on RGTV. But, ladies and gentlemen, if this continues, then Marvel will their balls will drop off. And here is what I predict. Here is what I believe is most likely going to happen based on a logical standpoint. Marvel is going to continue this. They're not going to stop. Neither will Star Wars, because they have got Damon Lindelof writing a new movie, and Damon Lindelof is one of the worst writers of our time. I haven't seen the Watchmen HBO series, because I'm not that age where I'm able to, but I haven't seen it, but I hear it's absolute dog crap. Alan Moore who hasn't seen the film, mind you, he has said, this has ruined everything I created with Watchmen, and Damon Lindelof is just a horrible writer. That's just it. And he's writing a Star Wars film, and the Miss Marvel director is directing. And Miss Marvel, it's not really a good show. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to, and the ratings on it were crap. So if it's just not going to work, ladies and gentlemen. And once Warner Brothers pays off their debt, will they come and just blow the roof off with DC? Because James Gunn is planning on making Mr. Terrific, I believe. Now, not a lot of people know that, but still, James Gunn took the Suicide Squad with these low-level characters that nobody knew. Before Suicide Squad, who the heck had ever heard of Peacemaker, or Bloodsport, or frickin', what's his name, Polka Dot Man? Not many people. Only hardcore comic book fans. And he gave them all arcs. Seriously, the Suicide Squad is still one of the best DCEU films of the time, but now they're rebooting it. Black Adam was okay. I think that's a step in the right direction. Bring Superman back, bring Henry Cavill back. They're gonna do they're gonna do a Superman film, which for the longest time, that's all I've wanted, is just them to focus on their characters that they have. They have Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. Well, they can't really do Flash now because we don't know why, but still. And with this news that Jason Momoa has like been sent something and he's not allowed to speak about it, but he was like over the moon excited in the video, and he said it's a dream come true of his. So I believe this is either Justice League 2 or Flashpoint universe, where he is like going to war with Wonder Woman. I don't know how I'll react to that, because they already made a film called Flashpoint Paradox in the DCAU, which is at the moment superior to the DCEU because it's just great storytelling and it's animated, whatever. But we already saw that and like what Flashpoint was, and I don't know how the Flash movie is going to exactly be received because of Ezra Miller and his controversy surrounding him, but whatever, we'll see, I guess. Anyway, I just believe that DC is going to come in, blow the roof off, and give Marvel a run for their money, because so far, DC hasn't really been a threat with Batman vs. Superman underperforming at the box office, and with everything just kind of going downhill from there, safe for like Wonder Woman and Zack Snyder's Justice League. But Batgirl's been canceled, The Flash is on thin ice, and James Gunn is now the CEO with Peter Safran focusing on business side of things, and David Zaslav now owns Warner Bros. I think these men know what they're doing, and I think they're gonna just blow Marvel out of the water and just give them the run for their money, and they're gonna blow the audience away. So I'm going to entitle this video a bit of a rant as well, because I've been speaking now for about, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes off topic, but I just wanted to share that little bit of movie news with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. Subscribe to RGTV Productions, RGsaurus Official, RGbeast Official, RGgamer Official, and this channel, of course. And stay tuned for Spider-Man Great Power. RGsaurus has told me that production will be again halted because of the winter months, but as soon as the snow melts and it's off the ground here in Canada, guys, they are starting again, and they've got new locations and everything. And let me tell you, we here at the RGTV studio really want you to see Spider-Man Great Power. So after years of hard work, we're aiming for a 2023 release date. As soon as we can get RGgamer's ass out here, and we'll film and we'll edit, and it will be complete, guys. I'm really sorry for the long wait from the bottom of my heart, but still, I can't wait for you guys to see it. Neither can RGsaurus, neither can RGbeast, neither can we all. So, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will talk to you all later. This is me signing off.